Hello and welcome to Canadian Citizenship Test Preparation YouTube channel. In this channel you can find latest update and study material for Canadian Citizenship Test. Hope you find our video and study material helpful. Good luck on your test. If you learned something today, please press the subscribe button. Which province is the only officially bilingual province? The answer is New Brunswick. Name the 5 regions of Canada. The answer is the Atlantic provinces. Central Canada, the Prairie provinces, the West Coast, the Northern Territories. Give an example of where English and French have equal status in Canada. The answer is in the Parliament of Canada. What is the Queen's representative in the territories called? The answer is Commissioner. Where do the majority of Francophones live? The answer is Quebec. What percentage of Aboriginal people are First Nations? The answer is 65%. How many judges serve in the Supreme Court of Canada? The answer is 9. Who started the Marathon of Hope? The answer is Terry Fox. Who is considered Canada's greatest soldier? The answer is General Sir Arthur Currie. What was the main trade of the first companies formed in Canada? The answer is the fur trade. For how long was the title, Dominion of Canada, officially used? The answer is 100 years. What designs are on a 25-cent quarter? The answer is caribou. In the early days, what form of transportation did Aboriginal peoples and fur traders use? The answer is waterways. British Columbia is known as Canada's Pacific Gateway because? The answer is billions of dollars in products are shipped to and from Asia. Which is Canada's largest city and main financial centre? The answer is Toronto. People from which country played a significant role in the building of the Canadian Pacific Railway? The answer is China. How many territories does Canada have? The answer is 3. Since 1854, how many Canadians have been awarded the Victoria Cross? The answer is 96. How does a bill become law? The answer is approval by a majority in the House of Commons and Senate and finally the Governor-General. Is dictatorship Canada's system of government? The answer is no. Which 3 countries are signatories to NAFTA? The answer is Canada, Mexico and the United States. What do you call the sovereign's representative in the provinces? The answer is Lieutenant Governor. Which province in Canada is the smallest in land size? The answer is Prince Edward Island. What does the word Inuit mean? The answer is the people in the Inuktitut language. List 3 ways you can protect the environment. The answer is recycle, conserve energy and water and join a carpool. What do you promise when you take the oath of citizenship? The answer is to pledge your loyalty to the sovereign, Queen Elizabeth II. What is the Underground Railroad? The answer is a network used by slaves who escaped the United States into Canada. What was the head tax? The answer is a discriminatory race-based entry fee to Canada. Who was Louis Riel? The answer is a Métis leader and the father of Manitoba. What is the significance of the discovery of insulin by Frederick Banting and Charles Best? The answer is the discovery has saved 16 million people worldwide. When does an election have to be held according to the Constitution? The answer is every 4 years following the most recent general election. How many electoral districts are there in Canada? The answer is 338. What do Canadians normally wear on Remembrance Day? The answer is a red poppy. Which is the highest court of Canada? The answer is the Supreme Court. How many citizens of Canada served in the Second World War? The answer is 1 million. What will you promise when you take the oath of citizenship? The answer is pledge allegiance to the Queen, observe the laws of Canada and fulfill the duties of a Canadian. Why is the Battle of Vimy Ridge important? The answer is Canadian Corps secured its reputation for valor and bravery. When is Canada Day and what does it celebrate? The answer is we celebrate the anniversary of Confederation July 1 of each year. What is a major river in Quebec? The answer is St. Lawrence River. What did the Canadian Pacific Railway symbolize? The answer is unity. What do you call a law before it is passed? The answer is a bill. How is a cabinet minister chosen? The answer is by the Prime Minister. Who are the Acadians? The answer is the descendants of French colonists who began settling in what are now the Maritime Provinces in 1604. What is the largest religious affiliation in Canada? The answer is Catholic. What is the government of all of Canada called? The answer is constitutional monarchy and a parliamentary democracy. What does the Canadian flag look like? The answer is white with a red border on each end and a red maple leaf in the center. What did the Fathers of Confederation do? The answer is they worked together to establish a new country, the Dominion of Canada. In which region do more than half the people in Canada live? The answer is Central Canada. Give an example of how you can show responsibility by participating in your community. The answer is volunteer. In what industry do most Canadians work? The answer is service. What is meant by the equality of women and men? The answer is men and women are equal under the law. Canada has 3 territories and how many provinces? The answer is 10. Where are the Great Lakes? The answer is southern Ontario along the border between Canada and the United States. Who are the Aboriginal peoples in Canada? The answer is the first inhabitants of Canada. What 3 oceans border Canada? The answer is Pacific, Arctic and Atlantic. Which province is the only officially bilingual province? The answer is New Brunswick. How many provinces and territories are there in Canada? The answer is 10 provinces and 3 territories. From where does the name Canada come? The answer is from Kannada, the Iroquoian word for village. What is written on an election ballot? The answer is the names of the candidates in your electoral district. In what year did Canada become a country? The answer is 1867. What do you mark on a federal election ballot? The answer is an X. What is the name of the royal anthem of Canada? The answer is God Save the Queen, King. What is the population of Canada? The answer is about 34 million people. Which province is Canada's largest producer of hydroelectricity? The answer is Quebec. What is meaning of the Canadian coat of arms and motto, Amari usque ad mare? The answer is from sea to sea. Why are the Great Lakes important to Canada? The answer is fresh water and waterways. What principle was Canada's constitution founded on? The answer is peace, order and good government. What are the 2 official languages of Canada? The answer is English and French. Who appoints the judges of the Supreme Court of Canada? The answer is the Governor-General. What is the capital city of Canada? The answer is Ottawa. Which of the following is the responsibility of the provincial governments? The answer is highways. What did the suffrage movement achieve? The answer is women obtained the right to vote. Which Canadian province is the largest producer of oil and natural gas? The answer is Alberta. The following is above the law in Canada? The answer is no one. What is the significance of hockey? The answer is it is the most popular spectator sport in Canada and is also its national winter sport. Who governs Canada on the federal level? The answer is Prime Minister. What is the highest honor a Canadian can receive? The answer is the Victoria Cross. What are the 3 branches of the Canadian government? The answer is executive, legislative, and judicial. Member of Parliament from Winnipeg decides to spend the weekend in his or her electoral district. This means the MP will be. The answer is in the part of Winnipeg where the MP was elected. What is the significance of the Quebec Act of 1774? The answer is Canada's tolerance towards all religions was affected. Where does Canada rank in the world's largest countries? The answer is second. Which party becomes the official opposition? The answer is the party with the second most MPs. Which province was split into two at Confederation? The answer is the province of Canada. Which province was the first to grant voting rights to women? The answer is Manitoba. What is the capital city of Canada? The answer is Ottawa. Where are the Parliament buildings located? The answer is Ottawa. How is a cabinet minister chosen? The answer is by the Prime Minister. What is the capital city of Ontario? The answer is Toronto. In the 1960s, Quebec experienced an era of rapid change. What is this called? The answer is the Quiet Revolution. Name two responsibilities of the federal government. The answer is national defense and foreign policy. Which was the last province to join Canada? The answer is Newfoundland. A member of Parliament from Vancouver announces that she will spend her weekend in her electoral district. This means she would be the answer is in some part of Vancouver where she was elected. What part of the Constitution legally protects the basic rights and freedoms of all Canadians? The answer is the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Which federal political party is in power? 2022. The answer is Liberal Party. What is the role of the opposition parties? The answer is to oppose or try to improve government proposals. When is Remembrance Day celebrated? The answer is November 11th. What types of cases are heard by the Federal Court of Canada? The answer is matters concerning the federal government. What does the term Inuit mean? The answer is the people. What are the three main types of industry in Canada? The answer is natural resources, manufacturing and services. How are senators chosen? The answer is senators are appointed by the Governor-General on the advice of the Prime Minister.